Hi, mathematicians. We're back at it today with this lesson 21 problem set, and it's very similar to what we did yesterday in lesson 20 in that we are drawing tape diagrams to represent each addendum. Pretty much the only difference today is that they want us to also use number bonds to rewrite each sum as a mixed number. So we do not want improper fractions anymore. We want to go ahead and rewrite it as mixed numbers. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's do 1A together. So remember, my first step is to realize, okay, these are not like denominators, and I need to try to get them to be like denominators. So I'm going to go ahead, draw two tape diagrams to represent each addendum. So we have 3/4. I'm going to divide that up into 4 equal pieces. Then we have 1/2, going to divide that up into 2 equal pieces. For 3/4, how many should be shaded in? Well, 3, right? 3 should be shaded in. For 1/2, how many should be shaded in? 1. So what was our next step? Well, we went ahead and said, okay, so we need to make equal pieces. And I'm going to do that by looking at my smaller number of pieces, which is 2. And I need to try to get these 2 equal pieces to equal 4 equal pieces. So how am I going to do that? Well, we know that 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that means I need to divide each original piece into 2 equal pieces amongst each original piece. Okay, I'm going to divide it up into 2 more equal pieces. Remember, that is not me going to draw 2 lines. That means I'm going to have 2 equal pieces amongst each original equal piece at the end of the day. So now I know that I'm going to have 3/4, and I'm going to add that by 1/2, and that 3/4 plus 2/4 is equal to 5/4. So the big sub from yesterday is that we aren't going to keep this as 5/4 today. We're going to break this up like we learned how to do last week. So I'm going to break up this 5/4 into, you guessed it, 4/4, which is equal to 1. And then what's left over when I break it up? 1/4. Because 5/4 minus 4/4 is 1/4. So then my answer, final answer, is 1 and 1/4. Okay? Go ahead and try B, C, and D on your own. Number 2 asks you to, instead of drawing a tape diagram, they want you to do a number line. They're just introducing other ways we can work on these problems. Okay? And then difference from yesterday is that we are going to write each sum as a mixed number. So no more improper fractions. We're going to write it as a mixed number. So let's go ahead and do 2A. So same tidbit as yesterday. I'm going to draw my number line, and I'm going to go from 0 to 2. 0, 1, 2. And I'm going to plot my smaller denominator first. I'm going to plot my smaller denominator first. And I know that 1/2 is going to go right around here, because this is 0/2, 1/2, 2/2, 3/2, and then 4/2. And then I'm going to look, oh hey, I'm going to look at my bigger denominator and realize that, okay, instead of having 2 equal pieces, I need to have 4 equal pieces. And how am I going to do that? Well, we know that 4 divided by 2 is 2. So that means that in between each slash, I need to just divide that further. I'm going to divide that into 2 more equal pieces. Divide each into 2 more equal pieces. So now I have 0/4, 1/4, 2/4. So hint, 2/4 is the same thing as 1/2. 3/4, 4 over 4, 5 over 4, 6 over 4, 7 over 4, and then finally 8 over 4. So once again, I'm starting at this 1/2 mark, and I need to hop 3 times. Gonna hop 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So I know that my answer is going to be 5 over 4. Let's write that out too. We know that 2 over 4 plus 3 over 4 is equal to 5 over 4. And difference from yesterday is we're going to break up this 5 over 4 into a mixed number. So we're going to break that up into 4 over 4, which we know if the numerator equals the denominator that it's equal to 1, and 1 over 4. So my final answer is 1 and 1/4. Go ahead and try B, C, and D on your own. And also try all of 3 on your own. If you start doing your math and then an hour passes and you still didn't figure out all of 3, that's okay. You can just stop wherever you are at after the hour. But the key here is to be sure to write the sum as a mixed number. Okay? We do not want improper fractions. We want mixed numbers like this. And we're drawing a model, so this is your choice. Draw a tape diagram, draw a number line, draw some number bonds if you need to, okay? So I recommend drawing tape diagrams for each of these problems or drawing number lines for each of these problems.